Hey everybody, Craig with Meet Me Outside. I'm out here doing a hot tent overnighter with my Luxe Minipeak. The only difference is this isn't my usual Luxe Minipeak XL. This is the new, or not new, new to me, the Luxe Minipeak XL Pro. And you're probably wondering, well, why are you using that? You already have a Minipeak. Yeah, you're right, I do. But this has the added benefit and feature of having snow skirts on all four sides. And obviously I don't need them now. There's no snow or any wind for that matter. But it's a really cool option, and I'm really glad that Luxe came out with this option on the Minipeak. It just makes it that much better. This is one of my favorite setups for sleeping on the ground when I'm not in my hammock. And these skirts can be tied up out of your way in the summer if you want to have a breeze, and you can, raise and lower the center pole to get more airflow under the edge of the tent as well. So these skirts do roll up and get out of your way if you want, or you can put, snow on them in a snowstorm to keep the wind out. It's just a really neat feature, and I want to thank the folks over at Three Ridges Gear for hooking me up with this. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't seam sealed it yet, and we're not supposed to get any rain tonight or snow. I was just dying to get out and do an overnighter and use my stove and whatnot. But yeah, I'm super stoked to get this tent and have it. And again, it'll be my first night in it. It's not gonna be that much different than the Minipeak XL, except it's a snow skirt. But again, it's just another option to have. So the Minipeak XL Pro comes with a supplied stove jack that you can modify to whatever size pipe you have. I like the fact that it's already pre-cut, so you can modify it if you want, but you don't have to start from scratch. And also has a cover that you'd use if you weren't using the hot tent aspect or wood stove, where you can just Velcro this on. It goes up under this flap, keep the rain out. Works really well, just like the other Minipeak XL. Another new piece of kit I got from Three Ridges Gear, also from Luxe, is this double. It's like a, well, it's a single. They call it the single bathtub floor tent footprint. Essentially, it's essentially a footprint, but it's got like a 3-inch side. So when you pull these stakes out, the sides come up like that, just a little bit. Usually I use a you know, an old tarp folded in half, but it kind of slides around too much. This you're able to stake out wherever you want in the tent, and kind of doesn't really stay up in the middle, but that's fine as long as the ends somewhat stay up. You can probably see down the other end. Down there, it's nice. Just kind of contain things. Maybe keep a couple bugs out when it's warm out, but I'm not really worried about that. But it's just a nice, somewhat lightweight, dry area to put my sleep system. Nice patina now. dinner. I'm starving. Got some dehydrated chili and macaroni. I'm going to throw in a handful of dehydrated refried beans. Cut up some of this green onion. Some shredded cheese. And I'm going to make a couple burritos on these wraps. Nothing fancy, but good, man, you know? It's gonna be so good. Bit messy, but really good. Oh man, that food was good. Excuse me. Ate a little bit too much, man. I'm stuffed. It's quite warm in here. It's only like 28 degrees outside. So it's not terribly cold, but I would venture to guess right now it's probably 70 in here. It's a little too warm. I got the door behind the camera open a bit to let some cool air in. But yeah. So like I said earlier, the good folks at Three Ridges Gear hooked me up with this Luxe Minipeak XL Pro. And again, the only differences that I can see is the skirting around the edge, the snow skirt, which is really cool. I can't wait to use this in applicable conditions with snow. I think it's going to really obviously help out with drafts on the underside of the edge of the tent, which it was never really a problem, but it'd be really nice not to have that, the drafts under there. It was never really, like I said, a problem, but it was certainly a concern. So that'll be great now with the snow skirts. Yeah, and the stove, the Winnerwell Fast Fold stove is just fantastic. Easy to set up. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just fantastic. Easy to set up. I managed to get it packed down as it goes and fit it and all my gear into my ULA Ohm 2.0 pack. I didn't even bring my winter pack. I was able to get everything I need, including the stove, within the pack. So that's a plus. I have a big Gregory, heavy, big old Gregory pack that I generally use for winter camping. And I think the pack alone weighs 4.5 or 5 pounds. So it was nice not needing it. And I've got my hammock gear 20-degree top quilt, my old Big Agnes Q-Core insulated pad. I've had that for like 7-8 years, maybe longer. But it's my go-to pad in the winter. It's just warm. I don't recall the R value off the top of my head, but knock on wood, man. No leaks, no patches. Super comfortable, for the ground. It's not nearly as comfortable as a hammock, but that's a whole other video. But yeah, so the Luxe Minipeak XL Pro, super nice. I'm liking it. I'm loving it, actually. Yeah, I got the vents open on top. There's a vent on either side of the peak up there. A little, like I said, the door's cracked open a little bit. I will seam seal it. It is taped, just like the other Minipeak, from not the long corner seams, but up around the peak. It's all factory seam taped, which is nice. Yeah, that's about it, man. Ate some food. Talking about the tent, talking about the stove. I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hope everybody's doing well. Love the people in your life, man. Life's too short, Take advantage of opportunities to help other people when you can. Now I'm rambling. All right. But yeah, Merry Christmas, folks. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. It's about 6:45. It's still dark out. It's crazy. Had a good night. I laid in the bed here and last night and watched the fire die out. It was really relaxing. And then I instantly fell asleep. It was really nice. I don't like to keep the stove burning all night. It's just, anybody that knows that these titanium stoves, they heat up fast. And they also cool down fast, so I don't want to be getting up every hour to throw wood in the stove, so I just let it go out. Plus it's safer. I don't want to worry about carbon monoxide poisoning. So I just don't burn it all night. I like to be able to sleep as much as I can once I go to sleep, you know what I mean? But yeah, really nice night, peaceful. You can hear the river down below me here. It's really nice. That's why I'm not an expert, but when you hot tent camp, I've been told, and it's true, you know, if you're not going to burn your stove all night, which again I don't do, and a lot of people I know don't do, you know, you got to bring gear to keep you warm at night, just like you would any kind of winter camping. You know, warm enough sleeping bag or quilt, pads, that whole thing. But it sure heated up quick in here today. It's I got the fire going, obviously. Got some water on for coffee. Cook a little breakfast here in a minute. But the heat feels good. It's actually too warm in here. I gotta open the door. But yeah, I'll talk more about this tent at some point. It's the Luxe Minipeak XL Pro. Again, the only difference is that I can see is the skirting along the bottom, and I will do some more videos hopefully this winter with this tent for sure, where it's a little more applicable with snow. All right, folks, back at the trailhead. And once again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Peace.